Today we're going to be working on a foot mobility routine that helps with flat feet and collapsed arches. All you really need is a lacrosse ball. I'm going to be using a red spiky ball and a golf ball for some of the demonstrations, but a lacrosse ball works very well for all exercises. Starting off by rolling the tissues underneath your foot to give them a nice release. Placing your foot on top of the ball, pressing your weight down to the ball until you feel a little bit discomfort. The more discomfort you feel, you're probably getting a deeper release, so that's okay. Rolling your foot for a total of 30 seconds to 1 minute and rolling back and forth from heel to toe. Trying to, discover where those tighter spots are. Some will be more medial, so the middle of your foot, and some will be a little bit more lateral to the outside of your foot. That's okay. For 30 seconds and 1 minute, you're just trying to discover where those spots are and trying to stick around and roll them out and release the tension and decrease the adhesions that have been caused from the collapsed arch and tight tissues. Once the 30 seconds is up, we're going to head down to the mat. And you're going to place the ball underneath your calf. You could use a foam roller if you have one too. It works just as well. And you're going to be rolling back and forth from your heel to your toe along the muscle. You want to make sure that when you're rolling that you never pass your joint. So you don't want to pass your knee and you don't want to go directly onto the ankle. So it's really just from below the two bones that stick out, your malleoli, and then all the way up towards the bottom of the knee. So you're going to roll back and forth along the muscle for a total of 10 times. And then once you've done 10 repetitions, you're going to take the ball and you're going to place it on one of the more tender spots that you found out while you're rolling back and forth. For me, let's say it's the middle of my calf. So I'm going to press my leg down to the ball, creating a lock point. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be actively bringing my toes up towards my face. So I'm going through dorsiflexion, and then I'm just going to relax. And then I'm going to repeat again. I'm going to do this for a total of 5 times just to get a nice little active release. To help release the tissues that we've worked on the bottom of the foot. We'll go a little bit higher into the chain just to give a little bit more release. Once we've done the releases, so we release the back of our leg and underneath our foot, we're going to work on toe extension. So to work on extension, we're going to try and lift our big toe off the ground without having our other toes lift as well. Unfortunately, I'm unable to lift my big toe without having my other toes lift off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hands on top of my toes and then just work on lifting my big toe off the ground. This is all right because it's teaching my brain and my neurological system saying, hey, my body's able to lift the toe, and it's just going to help over time with repetitions that I'll be able to lift the toe without my other toes lifting. So you're going to do a total of 10 repetitions of just lifting the toe and really focusing on activating the extensor. So once you've done a total of 10 repetitions, we're going to move on to a doming exercise, which helps reinforce the arch of your foot and really activate the muscles that once were collapsed or caused the flat feet to occur. So you want to think of your foot as a nice triangle with one point being the base of your big toe, the base of your pinky toe, and your heel. So you have this nice little triangle, and what you're going to do is you're going to keep those points in contact with the ground all the time. And you're going to dome your foot or create a tent by pulling your foot up. So a little twist, creating a nice little arch underneath your foot or a dome. And you're going to hold this position for a total of 10 seconds. While you're holding this position for 10 seconds, you can focus on your breathing, you could read a book, you could do whatever. Just really want to make sure that you're focusing on activating the muscles underneath your foot. And then once the 10 seconds is up, you could relax, and then you're going to repeat for another 10 seconds. So the parameters that I like to give for this exercise is a 10 by 10, where you hold for 10 seconds and then relax and then do for another 10 repetitions. So 10 by 10. Once you've done the 10 by 10, you're going to move on to another toe extension exercise, which is just a calf raise. But you really want to focus on extending that toe and really feeling a stretch in the bottom of the foot as you activate the muscles of your calf. So if you need extra support, it's all right, you can hold onto the wall. And then you're just going to raise up onto your toes, trying to extend that big toe as much as you can. So driving through the big toe rather than driving through your other toes, and then coming back down in a controlled manner. So it should be about 1 second up and then 2 seconds down. So nice and controlled. 1 second up and then 2 seconds down. You're going to repeat this for a total of 10 times. If you find that it's too easy with 2 feet, what you can do is try with 1 foot. And again, just holding onto the wall if you need some extra support. But it means that more weight's going down into that 1 foot. So you're coming up for 1 second, driving through the toe, and then back down towards ground for 2 seconds. Again, repeating for 10 times. I'll do this whole series about 2 times. So again, rolling with the golf ball, then going back to the release with the spiky ball, active release, active extension with the toe, the doming, and the toe ups as well for a total of 2 times. And that's it. That's the series of foot mobility.